of the family court judge is that he or she, the first preference for the appointment of the family court judge is given to a woman. પહેલી પ્રાયોરિટી સ્ત્રીને અપાય છે, પછી જો એ કોટામાં નથી પડતું તો આગળ સ્ત્રી પછી પુરુષ પર અપાય છે ધ્યાન. હવે એના માટે કઈ કઈ વસ્તુ જરૂરી છે? The requirement is 7 years of practiced as an advocate in the High Court or any two or more subordinate courts. A person appointed as a judge of a family court has to be practiced as an advocate in High Court or two or more subordinate court. Second important thing for the qualification of an appointment of a judge in a family court is that the person has worked for more than 7 years, at least for 7 years, in any cabinet, union or any post of state government, right? But he has to be skilled in the knowledge of law. He has to be skilled. એકદમ લોની એમાં સમૃદ્ધ હોવી જોઈએ એની નોલેજ. થર્ડ ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ થિંગ ઇઝ that the retirement age is 62 years. The retirement age is 62 years for the family court judge. Second important thing is that the family court na judge ne એક ક્યાં ત્યાંથી વધુ જજ અપોઇન્ટ થાય, રાઈટ? First judge is called a principal judge. Always in the family court, judges are appointed. One or more than one judge is appointed in a family court. જે પહેલા જજ છે એને કહેવાય છે principal judge. The second judge is called the additional principal judge. It gets through promotion, right? After the principal judge is retired or if he is absent or if he is sick by any reason, then the additional principal judge will get a post of principal judge. He can take a charge, but if he is retired, then the additional principal judge will get a post of principal judge. So first is principal judge. Now what is the difference between principal judge and additional principal judge? Principal judge, he has work is same. The only thing that he allots the work, he has to see to it that the administrative level is doing proper, and allotment, he gives the allotment of work to all the other judges. Now what is the procedure for filing the case in the family court? First of all, let's talk about the jurisdiction. Which type of cases will go or will be entertained by the family court? Family court કઈ કઈ ટાઈપના કેસીસને એન્ટરટેન કરશે? એમાં પહેલું છે છૂટાછેડાના કેસીસ છે, પછી છૂટાછેડાના કેસીસ, પછી ભરણ પોષણ, કસ્ટડી છે ચિલ્ડ્રનની, રાઈટ? નાઉ વોટ ઇઝ પેરા ફેમિલી મેટર? Para family matters means the matter of dowry, assault, family contracts, marriage contracts, torts. Now all these are called para family matters. All such matters are not entertained by the family courts, right? Earlier there was some debate regarding that such para family matters should be considered in the family court or it should not be considered, right? But finally it was concluded that para family matter will not be taken in the family courts. Why? Because then the family matters like divorce, maintenance required and speedy results. So it was decided only family court will entertain only family matters, no other para family matters. Now what will come under the family matters, right? So that which type of matters can be entertained in the family court? The first is matters like nullity of marriage, right? To discuss that matters like is the marriage itself is null, is it void, right? Ab initio, or legality of marriage, is the marriage legal? Then properties, right? Family matters, properties, then divorce, maintenance, guardianship, then all such matters are under the jurisdiction of family court. Now friends, What do you mean by nullity of marriage? What comes under the nullity? Now, for example, many times the marriage is between the major, a guy is a major and a girl is a minor, like, then such marriage, will that marriage be a legal marriage? No, right? So there are such issues are discussed in the family code. Now, pre-marriage pregnancy. What pre-marriage pregnancy? Now, such, if the husband is aware of the pre-marriage pregnancy and if the child is of the husband, right, then the issue doesn't come in the court. But if the pregnancy is of through some another guy, right, then the issue comes in the court, right? Then if the husband has no knowledge of the pregnancy of the wife, right, that is called pre-marriage pregnancy, then such marriage is called a null marriage. So the existence of marriage is not at all. Why? Because it is done through fraud. So such marriage are called a null marriage. Such marriage, their legality of marriage are discussed in family courts, right? Then let's talk about the objective, or what are the services that are provided by the family court. Now friends, family court is the only court where the court doesn't talk about the failure or a success, right? It always go through the humanity ground. Family court is a court which always go through or always give the orders or a decree by a humanity ground, right? Punitive measures are not found in the family courts. Courts will try, the judges will find to resolve the matters first, try to reconcile the matter, and if it is not possible, then only the courts will try to give the judgment. Now, which services are provided by the family courts? Let's discuss that. કઈ સર્વિસીસ ફેમિલી કોર્ટ આપે છે? પહેલી છે લીગલ એડ, બરાબર? લીગલ એડ. હવે લીગલ એડ એટલે દેર આર મેની કેસીસ કે જેમાં ભરણપોષણ છે માત્ર 100-200 રૂપિયા બી હોતું નથી, પણ આપવા લાયક પતિ આપી શકતો નથી. તો શું થાય છે કે ફેમિલી કોર્ટ હેલ્પ્સ ફોર ધેટ. લીગલ એક સર્વિસ પ્રોવાઈડ કરી છે. ફેમિલી કોર્ટ ઇટસેલ્ફ હેઝ પ્રોવાઇડેડ અ લીગલ એડ સર્વિસ વેર લીગલ હેલ્પ ઇઝ ગિવન ટુ ધ ફેમિલી ઓર ટુ ધ કપલ. નાઉ second is reconciliation, which is the most important service which the family court provide and no other court provide. Reconciliation means whenever you file your matter in a court, it may for a divorce, right? Divorce may be by is a section 13, and you take a divorce by section 13b, that is mutual consent, એકબીજાની અરસપરસની સંમતિથી લીધેલા છૂટાછેડા. Now for that, when you file your case with under section 13b, that is સંમતિથી લીધેલા છૂટાછેડા, then the procedure is very short. That is, your husband and wife together will file a petition in the court, in the family court, right? Then they have to live separately. They have to show a separation period of 1 year. Once the separation period is shown, then husband and wife will file the petition together, and the court will give a 6 months period in which the court will give that period. The only motive is that in that 6 months, if the couple finds that there is a possibility of living together, કોઈ possibility છે જોડે રહી શકાય એવી, તો કોર્ટ સમય આપે છે કે આ 6 મહિનામાં વિચારી લો. કારણ કે એ 6 મહિના પછી જો ઓર્ડર થશે, વન્સ ધ ડિક્રી ઇઝ ઓન હેન્ડ, તો છૂટાછેડા થઈ ગયા. દેન ધ ટુ પર્સન, જે લગ્નનું છે પત્નીને અર્ધાંગિની કહેવાય છે, ધ મેલ એન્ડ ફિમેલ ટુગેધર એક યુનિયન છે લગ્ન, એ છૂટું થઈ જશે, બરાબર? પછી તે પતિ પત્ની નથી કહેવાતા. ડિવોર્સની મેટર ફાઇલ કરી, છૂટાછેડાની મેટર ફાઇલ કરી, ઓર્ડર હાથમાં નથી ત્યાં સુધી યુ આર સ્ટીલ એન હસબન્ડ એન્ડ અ વાઇફ. બટ once the order is in the hand, you are no more a husband and a wife. Even you can remarry, right? Once there is a divorce is in your hand, the decree of divorce is in your hand, you have a right for remarriage. But છૂટાછેડા જ્યાં સુધી નથી થયા, જ્યાં સુધી તમારો કેસ ચાલી રહ્યો છે ત્યાં સુધી તમે પતિ પત્ની જ કહેવાઓ છો. સો યુ કેન નોટ રીમેરી. સો વાત આપણે એ કરતા હતા દેટ વેન મ્યુચ્યુઅલ કન્સેન્ટ હોય છે તો છૂટાછેડા થઈ જાય છે, બટ વેન ધ મેટર ઇઝ વિદાઉટ ધ કન્સેન્ટ, રાઈટ, તો પછી મેટર ચાલે જ જાય છે. બિકોઝ દેર આર મેની ગ્રાઉન્ડ્સ, એડલ્ટ્રેશન, ડેઝર્ટેશન, ક્રુઅલ્ટી, ડિઝીઝીસ, વલ્નરેબલ ડિઝીઝ છે, એ બધા કારણથી તમે છૂટાછેડા લો છો, બરાબર. તો કોર્ટમાં એક એવી સર્વિસ છે રિકન્સાઇલેશન. એક રિકન્સિલાઇઝેશન ઓફિસર બેસે છે, અને શું કહેવાય, રિકન્સાઇલર ઓફિસર. That officer will try to reconcile the matter. He will explain what are the pros and what are the cons of the dissolution of the marriage. છૂટાછેડા થશે તો તમારી પોતાની જિંદગી, જો બાળક હોય તો બાળકની જિંદગી પર શું અસર થશે. So it's better to live together, right? So the service provided by the reconciler officer. No other court will provide such service. Now if the reconciler officer will feel that the matter should not go through divorce, there is a chance that the couple may live together, then court may give the order of judicial separation, right? The matters regarding judicial separation, conjugal rights, all are discussed in the all are entertained in the family court. In India, judicial separation, conjugal rights are not much seen, right? This concept we have accepted from the London. From London we have accepted the concept of judicial separation and conjugal rights. Now if the court finds that there is some chance that the couple may live together or the grounds of divorce, if it's a mutual consent, then the reconciler officer, if feels that no, there is a valid reason for and both the party are not able to live together, then he will give there is a letter the reconciler officer will send to the judge, and the judge will grant the decree of divorce. But when the grounds of divorce are not proper, court finds that such grounds are not a valid ground for a divorce, then court may grant a decree of judicial separation. Now friends, what are judicial separation? Judicial separation is a milder than divorce. In judicial separation, court says that husband and a wife have to live separately, but they are still husband and wife. For 2 years, minimum is 2 years, they have to live separately, and in that 2 years, if things are not going smoothly, and if the couple has not started living together, then they again can go to the court, and the court will grant the decree of divorce. So judicial separation is a lesser evil than a divorce. And what is conjugal rights? Conjugal right is that if the court finds that separation is also not required, then you will grant the decree of conjugal right. Means you have to live together and for 2 years, and if after 2 years things are not going to work out, then you can come for a divorce, right? In judicial separation and in conjugal rights, under both cases you are still an husband and wife. Even though the order or a decree of judicial separation or a conjugal right is passed, you are still a husband and a wife, right? If one of the party dies, or if the husband dies, then the property will go to the wife, right? There is so it is a much lesser evil. Now third service, we are talking about the services provided by the family court. The third service is of enforcement. What do you mean by enforcement? Enforcement means once the order is passed, then what? People coming in the family court are not much aware that how to enforce the order. What is the further procedure? So the court will help for it, that how the order has to be enforced, right? Now fourth is investigation. There are investigation officers, right? The court will not grant divorce or any type of order of maintenance of custody of child. Any such orders court will not grant easily. there are investigation, as if there are reconciler officer, same like that there are investigator officer, right? So court will have their own investigator, he investigate the whole matter, and then only the court will pass the judgment. Now the next step, once the judgment is passed, it is revision and appeal. If the person is not satisfied with the order or a decree of a family court, then what? Only option they have is to go to high court, right? Only high court will entertain the cases or a appeal or a revision of family court, right? And that you have to do in 30 days. In third, the limitation period for all the type of laws, all the type of cases, there is always a limitation period. For filing the matter in the high court, all the family matters, there is a limitation period of 30 days. In that 30 days, you have to file your case in the high court. And in high court, the most important thing is, in high court, only the division bench, the matters of family court will go to the high court, and the division bench of high court will hear this such matters, right? So once the family court matters are went to high court, then the high court has a power to give their judgment, right? Now there are powers to high court, to state government, and to central government to frame laws, right? Any amendment, any modifications regarding the appointments, only powers is to high court, state government, and central government. Now let's talk about the high court. What are the powers of high court to make rules for the family court, right? High court has rules regarding the working hours. Now what are the working hours of the family court? It is 11 to 5 and 2 to 3 is a break, right? Now working hours, the place of the family court, if the family court has to be changed from one